If you love Indian flavors and you love grilled cheese, then you're gonna love this Bombay sandwich because it's basically like an Indian-inspired grilled cheese. And who wouldn't like that?
That sounds like check and check.
That sounds like yeah. All right, so for this recipe, I'm using the griddle insert because
I still have not used that because I don't have one. Key only has one.
Nor will you, because it's mine. But I think you could definitely use the grill insert, but I personally think that a grilled cheese needs that solid caramelized outside instead of just the grill marks.
Okay, I was actually there with you on that. I was gonna say I agree, but the panini press.
Yes,
with
true.
the ridgies. Okay,
yeah.
So it's good. I like either or.
Okay, you're gonna like this once you see it. We've got some fresh cut up tomatoes. So a Bombay sandwich traditionally has sliced ingredients in it. They're tomato, cucumber, red onion, and potato, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Kind of a weird one.
Weird.
And they're all sliced into the sandwich. But I didn't like that.
Like thinly sliced?
Thinly sliced. I wanted to make this my own. So I'm gonna go out and say that it's not a traditional Bombay sandwich, but to me, this makes way more sense to me because I don't like when you're eating a grilled cheese and you take a bite and all the insides come flying out of there.
Sing it, sister.
I wanted to cube everything up and make for an easier mouthfeel. This Chaat Masala is a secret ingredient to a Bombay sandwich. It's a mixture of spices, so we've got black salt, regular salt, dried mango powder.
Ooh.
Now, this is my first time using this ingredient. I haven't tried it, so I was very interested to see what it was gonna taste like.
That comes out nice.
It was like a really, really fine powder, and I was like, I gotta see what's going on in here. And I don't normally like to taste my meals while I'm making them. I don't know why. I don't taste as I go.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
Not constant.
I've seen you constantly dabbing your fingers in things.
Not for seasoning.
Listen to her. Don't. She's lying.
Not for seasoning. I don't.
She tastes.
But I felt like I had to taste this because I didn't know it's like its own barbecue rub. I didn't know how much salt was in it. Is it gonna be too salty?
Yeah, you gotta know your ingredients. If you've not cooked with something before, you gotta know what it tastes like.
Yes, absolutely. So this right now is looking like a salsa, kind of. It's like a mixture of
I could grab a pita, take a little pita to that.
Yes. So I took myself a taste and it was an explosion of flavors.
Oh yeah.
She's
into it.
It was so good, but then I was like, this is fantastic, but it needs some more of this Chaat Masala.
But that's why you taste as you go.
Yes. And I wanted to go
just like saying Chaat Masala. You said it like 8 times.
And I wanted to go heavy-handed on it because it was so flavorful. So for this sandwich, you want to choose yourself a very thinly sliced bread that is traditional. And typically it's like a club sandwich, it's just triple decker. But I didn't want to do that because to me that's too much bread and I feel like you wouldn't be able to taste the insides as well.
I want to go as far to say triple decker, waste of time.
Me too.
Too much bread, the ratio ain't right.
Agreed. Because this is a grilled cheese, you want to butter the outside, but because I was making this plant-based because I wanted to enjoy it myself, I was using this plant-based spread that spreads a lot like butter. It's soft, and I'm only gonna spread butter on the outside, not both sides. You could, but again, it's like...
It looks like it's juicy enough on the inside that it might be juicy overboard.
You don't need, I feel like if you butter both sides, that's just like adding extra butter where there doesn't need to be.
Basically, the butter is to crisp up the outside.
Yes, absolutely. Normally in a Bombay sandwich, there's just a white bread. But I love sourdough.
The white bread fans out there are hardcore. Some white bread fans out there are like a PB&J can only be made on white bread or like egg salad. But I want to say sourdough is like the next level white bread.
White bread to me tastes like nothing.
Yeah, like sourdough, it's not seedy, it's not grainy, but there's still flavor to it.
Yes.
So that's why I would feel like the white bread fans, if you haven't tried a sourdough, go for it. You might like it.
And I love that this sourdough came pre-sliced, so I didn't have to do that to make these uniformly thin slices.
Bonus.
Now for the inside, this is a chutney that is part of the recipe as well, but I didn't think you guys would want to see me just blending a bunch of stuff up. So if you want the recipe, look in the description box, but it's very simple and it comes together easy.
What do you got going on?
It's got some cilantro, some ginger.
I'm there.
Who isn't there?
Yeah, just those two, I'm there.
Some garlic, and then what I love about this, and I'm not going to say that I'm tooting my own horn because I created this recipe in particular.
Here we go, toot-toot-a-loot.
But this makes 2 grilled cheese sandwiches perfectly. So you'll notice that if you make the chutney, you're not left with 2 cups of chutney that you have to figure out what to do with.
Preferable.
There's only enough chutney to spread on these slices of bread evenly.
Perfect.
Because otherwise, I don't know about you guys, but I hate when now I have 2 cups of chutney and I'm like, do I make samosas? I gotta use this stuff up.
And I like that it's not like it's like you're going stingy with it on all the slices. There's an ample amount of chutney there.
Oh yeah, and bright color.
I know, I love the color. I love the color. Ooh, what kind of cheese do we got going here?
So again, I'm choosing, this is just a plant-based mozzarella, but for a Bombay sandwich, normally there's a sharp cheddar, but since I'm keeping this plant-based for myself, I went with the mozzarella because that's what I have.
And melty. Very,
Yes.
very easily, very, very good on the melt factor.
Yes, and it's a neutral cheese. It just tastes cheesy.
Okay, I am into everything that's happening here.
So was I.
Yeah, this looks like a textural sensation.
Yes, and it's because of all, I'm sorry.
Buddy.
It's the bits that are cubed up.
Can I say my favorite part so far?
What?
Well, actually, there's lots because you had me at the chutney. You went 2 slices
Yes,
on each sandwich.
you have to.
Sometimes people will put 1 slice of cheese on a grilled cheese. I'm not there for that.
You know, and the cheese is the glue that's gonna hold all these bits in the center.
Yes, it's going to like melt on the bottom. You're gonna flip that up, put it on the top, melt into that like crumbly like veg layer.
Yes.
You know that's gonna be good.
Yes, and it's weird because that chaat masala, it's hard to describe what that tastes like, but
Yeah, what is this black salt? Like
So-
what flavor is that?
okay, so black salt is what's gonna give it that, this is not gonna sound appetizing, but it gives it kind of like an eggy flavor. So black salt is used a lot in vegan cooking for like a plant-based egg salad. It gives it like a sulfur type vibe.
Are you saying, I'm gonna go there, are you saying it smells and tastes like tooth?
Yes, but in a good way. I'm not selling it at all. It does have that kind of vibe, but together with the dried mango powder, it does have a very unique, you'd have to smell it to
Yeah,
to
I
really
can
know.
see that. I can see that, like the combination of all of those things. Maybe like when you're hearing like sulfur and mango powder together, maybe you're like, I don't know about that. But like sometimes blends of spices, you gotta have all of the flavors there to make it right.
Yes, and it is so right.
Okay.
So here
oh
we
my
come.
goodness, that brown exterior.
Here we come in with a smasher made by our very own barbecue pops. This one is, you'll see, has my name on it. So this is my own personal one. And you just take the I like to take the smasher. This isn't necessary, but I like to just take the smasher and press it down as hard as I can to really give it that nice, thin, crispy texture.
I'm gonna say that is necessary.
Like with a grilled cheese, you don't
Gotta
technically.
press a bit.
I feel like it is necessary.
Yeah, it is necessary. It helps it crisp and it helps it get crunchy. People that don't like a crunchy grilled cheese, what are you doing?
I totally. And that's as simple as that. It's a grilled cheese, but with so many extra flavors. I don't know about you, but I can't do just a typical grilled cheese anymore. There's not enough flavor to it.
Dear goodness gracious.
And you want to let it cool just a little bit before cutting into it. Otherwise that cheese is going to run everywhere.
Give me the inside.
Look at the
me the
inside,
inside,
baby.
Oh my God, yes.
And look at all those cubes. Then
If that ain't summertime in a sandwich, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
Phenomenal choice on the cubing and not slicing.
that's my biggest point for this sandwich. That's what I wanted to take something good, turn it into something better. I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it.
Can I say, you did turn it, I will give it to you. I ain't even trying to fight you on that for a heartbeat, okay? And can I say that you were inspired by this chopped sandwich hoopla?
Yes, kind of, because it's definitely different ingredients. But I was like, from a mouthfeel perspective, this makes a lot more sense to me than having sliced ingredients in there.
Chopped sandwich is not about ingredients. It's about the technique, which is chopping up anything that goes into whatever type of sandwich. Your chicken parmesan, your Italian cold cuts. Chopping it all up, mixing it with the sauces, and then slapping it between 2 types of bread. So it's mainly like, it's a technique. It's not about what it is. So like the technique here, perfect execution.
I thought the chop thing was just a lettuce sandwich. I didn't know it was any sandwich.
No, it can be anything.
All right.
It can be anything.
Well, then that makes sense because
it's the newest technique of 2023.
it made this so much better. And I served it on the side with a sweet.
Oh, this is ending in a hilarious way. Oh, look at that face, baby. Let's zoom into that.
That's me loving every minute of it. And so I served it on the side with a really sweet chutney that went so good with it.
Ooh, double chutney.
Oh, and it was just like, it's an absolute flavor explosion. It came together in an absolute pinch, super fast. I will definitely be making this one again.
Next level grilled cheese. Took it to the next level. Times 20.
And I just want to use that chaat masala again because it was phenomenal.
Give me it. I need to experience this for myself.
Okay.
Give me the toots. Give me all the toots.